Hey gamers. Hey gamers, hey gamers, hey gamers. No starting soon. No starting soon. No starting. We're just getting into it, gamers. And by no starting soon, I mean our starting soon is literally just looking at the Dual Destinies art for funsies. Hi gamers. How's it hanging, gamers? I'm just gonna look at the art while all my stuff reloads. So, totally called it. The power went out. That was great. That was fun. Hey, Matt. So my power went out in the middle of my stream. It hates me. So we're just looking at, instead of us starting soon, we're just looking at some of the Dual Destinies art for funsies. The moment I decided to join stream, Matt, you killed the stream. How could you? How could you? Oh my god, they were gonna give Miles Edgeworth a mustache? Oh my god. That's crazy. That's crazy. It's my aura. Whoa. Is that Black Quill? That's sick. That's sick Black Quill concept art. I like his final design though. Oh, look at all the pearls. Sorry, I'll leave. No. Sorry. I'm watching the England game, so I was only popping in anyway. You're good, Mike. Oh my god. I'll be back when we lose. Mike, oh my god. Sorry. Paul's gonna have long hair? No. No? What? No? He doesn't have long hair? That's Metis. That's Metis Sykes. Talking about the one in the corner here? In the corner here? Why is she and honestly, with her on the page of the Apollo concept art, it's like yeah, let's make Apollo trans. That's what it looks like. Yeah, let's give him boobs. Athena. Oh, look at the Athena concepts. Cutie. Oh, the little twirly. Oh, she's so cute. Oh, that one's adorable. She looks like Franziska in that one. True. Oh, that's cute concept art for Athena. Oh. Oh. Mr. Wright. Cute. Anyway, alright, it's been long enough. Nice 3 minutes. Nice starting soon. Everyone should be back now. Thankfully, we just made it. To a save. Thankfully, we just made it to this, so we didn't miss. Oh god, I'm so glad it waited to go out until I got here, because I would have had to speed through all of that. Alright. High Court of Korian Accused Lobby. Let's do this again. Let's try again. Also, if for some reason the power goes out again, that's just will be stream. I'll just be done for today. Not gonna load up a third stream. So let's play for long as we can. Hopefully it doesn't go out again. I wasn't able to find any conclusive evidence yesterday, but if I could figure out Lady Kira's motive for threatening the High Priest, then maybe... Nick, today dang, I never sent out my tweet. Hold on. God, I'm a mess. I'm all off my groove. And I hear the rain picking up. Okay. Alright, there we go. Nick, today, well... Don't look so down, Maya. I'm gonna defend you with everything I've got. That's the line that killed the power. Ooh. I'm guessing Rafa? That's my guess.
You would do well to cease this insanity while you still can.
Called it! I'm so good at this. So good at predicting. I was like, it's either Inga or Rafa. As I said yesterday, I'm gonna defend my client in court.
Well, know this. You shall not witness a miracle of the sort that occurred last time. The moment she is found guilty, you too will be found guilty of abetting the accused.
I never claimed to be a miracle maker, but I am good at discovering the truth. Hell yeah, baby. And unlike miracles, the truth is always waiting to be found.
The truth, you say? Then it seems you have chosen your fate. This shall be your very last trial.
Didn't you say that last time? Pretty sure it's not gonna be.
Nick.
I'm gonna prove you innocent, Maya. You'll see. After all, you have to introduce the plumed Punisher, warrior of Neo Twilight Realm to the folks back home, right?
Right.
I know it's not, it's most likely not, but for, like, stand back up, Maya, so I can prove my point.
I may be a defendant this time, but I'll be by your side like always, Nick.
When she stands like this, it looks like she's taller than Phoenix, and I'm so down for that. For Phoenix always making fun of her for being short and stuff in the original trilogy, I would love if, but for some reason, she just grew like a foot. She's like so much taller than him. That'd be great.
But I'll be by your side, like always, Nick.
Thanks, Maya. This place is tough on lawyers. I'll need all the help I can get. I'm Ollie Watkins' #1 fan. Plus, it's always good to have you on the team. 90+1. Grah. Well, it's time. Let's go. May 11th, High Court of Karayan. Court is now in session. All rise. Let the trial of Maya Fey begin. The defense is ready, Your Majesty. Huh? Quiet! Can't you see Prosecutor Sadmati is absorbed in silent prayer? Great. The trial's barely started and the judge is already mad at me.
He's very devout for a prosecutor.
Maya! I've missed you on this side of the defense bench. It's been so long since she's been our co-counsel. Maya.
He's very devout for a prosecutor.
Why is the accused standing over there? That's a good point.
Duh, I'm Nick's co-counsel. Oh, well...
Your Majesty, in addition to being the accused, she is also my assistant. The accused is your assistant, you say? Very well, then. A criminal does indeed make a fitting partner to a lawyer with a defiled soul. bro!
That, wasn't very nice. Her little faces. Oh, Maya, I've missed you.
Yeah, well, bad-mouthing lawyers seems to be a custom of sorts here in Korayan. I must say, I am surprised to see you still here in Korayan, Mr. Wright. And even more so to find you in the Hall of Justice once more. I cannot fathom why you would willingly risk your life in yet another trial. My life is still on the line? The answer is simple, Your Majesty. I am a lawyer, and this is what lawyers do. Usually they're not, you know, putting themselves up for execution, but okay. Okay, boo. Although, to be frank, I'd rather be anywhere but here right now. Goddamn Maya.
The butterfly! The butterfly has the little symbol on it. It's so cute.
Such foolishness. Ah, Prosecutor Sadmati. Are you ready to begin now? Yes, Your Majesty. The prosecution is ready. Let us begin without further delay. But first, I promise you both this. I will cast your wicked souls into the fires of hell. Okay, boo. Thus shall the soul of the victim attain salvation. Splendid. I would expect nothing less of you, Prosecutor Sadmati. Okay.
Please save the victim's soul, Prosecutor Sadmati. Punish the wicked lawyer who dares stop their last rights.
I think I'll pass on that whole fire and brimstone deal. But I'm not surprised by your words or stance, considering what Apollo's told me about you. So, it was you who instilled that putrid lawyerly guile within him. Putrid? What? He too must face the fires, lest his soul be lost to redemption. Okay. But I shall send you on ahead, so that he will not be lonely when he arrives. Dang! Dang! Sorry, but I'm afraid it won't be that easy. People say I never know when to give up. Nervous, Maya?
A little.
Feels like it's been ages since we stood side by side like this in court. It's been so long.
Too bad I'm the defendant.
Don't worry. We haven't lost the case together yet. Huh? You know what? He's right. He's right. They haven't lost the case together. Yeah. I was gonna call him out on that, but no, he's right. Yeah.
You're right. Let's give this everything we've got, Nick.
Now then, Prosecutor Sadmati, would you please explain the case at hand? Of course, Your Majesty. Let us begin the last rites of the victim. Ah, sweet. Maya Fey has been charged with the crime of murder. The victim of her heinous crime was High Priest Tarustin Me. He was conducting the purification rite when he was brutally slain. And the cause of death? Let us review the victim's autopsy report and the crime scene photo, shall we? The cause of death was blood loss from a stab wound delivered to the abdomen. Oh, jeez. We didn't lose, so... I guess I'm never coming back. No! Matt, no! The murder weapon was likely the Warbod dagger, which was used in the rite. However, the weapon has yet to be found, though the scene was thoroughly searched. A sacred relic used as a tool of murder. The Holy Mother's wrath shall be most severe. The murder itself took place at the height of the purification rite. Don't worry, there's literally no way we beat Spain in the finals. The accused has donned Lady Kira's sacred robes. They have a 16-year-old that scored a screamer last game to make it to the finals. Damn. Made me feel bad about myself. That's insane. And the victim was there to offer prayers as a high priest of Koreanism. During the rite, the victim and accused were the only two at the inner sanctum. Therefore, the only person who could have slain the victim is Maya Fey. Oh. I must say, that does cast a great deal of suspicion upon the accused. Indeed. Now then, allow me to submit this diagram of the crime scene as evidence in this case. Diagram of the scene of the High Priest murder. It shows where the lanterns and the Warbod statue are. Okay. In Koreanism, slaying a priest is a sin most grave and dreadful. As such, Maya Fey's soul shall be plunged into the lowest level of hell. I'm sorry, what? The hell of what? The hell of tickling. There she shall... What? There she shall be tickled without end for 500 million years. That is a terrible fate indeed. Would the defense care to respond? And here I thought the lowest level of hell was the hell of back pain. Okay, Phoenix, we get it. You got back pain. You're old. I don't remember killing anyone, and I don't have that dagger or anything like it. As my client stated, she has no memory of the event as described by the prosecution. That means she's innocent. Case closed, Your Honor. But more importantly, she had no motive to kill the High Priest in the first place.
Objection.
I thought you might say that. Nevertheless. The meaningless prattle of lawyers is utterly ineffectual here in the Hall of Justice. For all will be made clear by her benevolence, Rafa Padma Karayan's insights. So it is, and so it shall be. The divination seance reveals the truth for all to see. Here we go again. Bailiff, please show in the royal priestess. Alright, divination seance. It's Princess Rafa. Oh, how beautiful her benevolence looks again today. Glory to the Holy Mother for this blessed day. As popular as ever, I see.
Rest assured, good people of Karayan, I will defeat this murderer and her abettor. They shall not escape on their Freedom Express today.
What a joy it is to have the royal priestess back in the Hall of Justice. May the Holy Mother grant us her divine favor. Dahara Karayan. She sure looks pleased with herself. Especially for someone who didn't know what a Freedom Express was until yesterday.
Is there something stuck to my face, barbed head?
No, nothing, Your Benevolence. Now then, Your Benevolence, the divination seance, if you please.
Very well. Nina, my robe.
My
Oh,
nephew pulled
Holy
the internet
Mother,
cable out.
we hold this divination seance in your name. Let the eyes of everyone here be clear, and our ears be unstopped. O dance of devotion, guide the victim's soul to me.
Not really. We're just starting the divination seance.
So that we may receive their final memories in the pool of souls.
Alright. Can't believe they gave her all that voice actor dialogue. It's crazy. Her little dress is so cute. I love her outfit so much. This is so cool. Of course, the last thing he saw was Maya. Okay. Oh. His view was blocked by the scripture. When... There's no way she became Lady Kira that fast. Footsteps, incense, pain. Not a lot of sounds. Okay. The victim's Maitama has spoken. The divination seance is complete. Great. Another clearly incriminating seance vision. Is it? How did she get into that outfit that fast? That's a really awkward position for Maya. It could not be any clearer, O foul defense. The accused donned the sacred robes of Lady Kira and then attacked the victim. Oh, how very terrible it must have been. The figure of Lady Kira lit against the dim lantern light. The scent of incense growing ever more potent as she drew near. One can almost sense the horror Abbot in me must have felt. The facts as presented by her benevolence are indisputable.
But that wasn't me. Do something, Nick.
I'm working on it. That couldn't have been any clearer. Looks like I'm in for another uphill battle.
The accused committed this vile act during our ancient tradition. The accused committed this vile act during our ancient tradition, the purification rite.
Come to think of it, the Wright's Guide explains the multi-part purification rite in detail. The transformation rite, the high priest reads scripture while a priestess dons the robes of Lady Kira. Okay. The rite of water, Lady Kira enters the spring and the high priest purifies her along with the dagger. The rite of fire, the priestess circles the sacred flames to purify her soul. Okay, so I'm assuming, my guess is we're gonna learn from like all the senses and stuff that maybe one of those rites was done out of order. Maybe, just a guess.
Indeed. It would seem that the murder occurred during the transformation rite.
Okay.
The rite dictates that the high priest stand in front of the spring. Therefore, the accused must have attacked him from the direction of the broken lantern. Well, Barbed Head? Would you care to object?
Of course, because I know my client is innocent.
So you say. You truly do not know when you are beaten, do you?
I managed to pull it off last time with Albie. I'll just have to do it again. You intend to find fault with her benevolence's insights yet again? It would seem lawyers are polkanin creatures indeed. Bro. Bro, not true. You assuming I know anything about American football is crazy. Look at that polka. What exactly is a polkunen?
Someone who's a real piece of work, so to speak.
They can call me anything they want. The only thing I care about is uncovering the truth.
So, Barbed Head, are you foolish enough to risk your life for your so-called truth?
What? I was thinking it. I was thinking it too. I just didn't want to say it. So thank you for saying it. Listen, the same thought crossed my mind, you know.
Because my insights are the truth. To deny them is to willingly dig your own grave.
Alright.
Insight.
I think I might have to call him Freaky from now on.
The victim commenced the purification rite by bowing to the lanterns and reading a sutra.
Okay.
As the first part, the transformation rite, ended, he lowered the sutra. Suddenly, he heard the accused's approaching footsteps and smelled her incense-laden robes. It was then that the victim felt an intense pain. I believe this is when he was stabbed. As his life's blood spilled over, his vision dimmed, till he finally passed from our world.
Okay. Ace Attorney Trilogy 4, A Tale Told in Blood.
That is everything the victim experienced in his final moments.
Okay. Shows where Maya and the High Priest were during the rite. Dressed in the sacred robes of Lady Kira, the accused rushed the victim head-on. The brutal stabbing she perpetrated could not have been any clearer.
Yes, it is plain for all to see.
No, it wasn't me! A sudden drowsiness came over me during the transformation rite. I didn't even get a chance to put on Lady Kira's robes. You waste our time with such meaningless statements, accused. You cannot explain the way the truths revealed by the royal priestess's divine insight. They think Maya's a speedrunner. Oh.
How did you end up finding contradictions last time?
With the senses. The deceased's final memories included all 5 senses.
Oh, you mean those words that appeared in the pool of souls? It looked to me like the bigger the word, the stronger the sensation was to the victim.
Yeah, that's how it looked to me, too. The sensations themselves are never wrong, only their interpretations. That's why I tried to point out mistakes in Rafa's insights last time.
So there could be contradictions between the what Abbott in me felt and her insights, huh?
You got it. I'm gonna find them this time too. Should I check how to point out contradictions in Raifa's insights? Should I? Probably not. I'm alright. Nah, I remember how it works. Still, the sensations this time seem to fluctuate more than the ones from Albie's trial. They don't think about what the words could mean. They just go, yep, guilty, hang them immediately. I think they think about the words, but they go in with the mindset that whoever's on trial is the guilty one. So they're in the mindset that their truth is real. The way they interpret it is right. In which case, I better keep an eye on changes in their intensity, too. Okay, time to point out the sensations that contradict the insights. The victim commenced the purification rite by bowing to the lanterns and reading a sutra. As the first part, the transformation rite ended, he lowered the sutra. Suddenly, he heard the accused's approaching footsteps and smelled her incense-laden robes. No, he doesn't hear the footsteps for a while. And also the footsteps, it doesn't look like she's coming closer. It looks like he's going closer to her.
Objection!
I don't think it's her approaching footsteps. I think he's going up to her. The victim supposedly heard the accused's approaching footsteps. But did he really?
What nonsense is this? Is it not abundantly clear?
No, it's not. Because there is something strange about those footsteps.
Is it strange? Explain yourself, barbed head.
The footsteps are strange because the timing doesn't make sense. They don't get louder. Yeah, they don't get louder because it doesn't sound like she's approaching. Gojo is so fine. It's not even funny. Video of his Fortnite skin came up on my For You page and my heart fluttered. I might be cooked. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. They're not getting any louder. And why exactly does that matter? Please focus your attention on the incense the victim smelled. Yeah, that gets stronger when he gets closer. The scent grows stronger as the accused approaches. If the accused really had approached the victim, the sounds of her footsteps would have grown louder as the scent of incense grew stronger. Why, that makes perfect sense. How can this be explained, your benevolence?
Well, there must be a reason.
Objection!
It is as they say, even a putrid worm of a lawyer will turn. What does that even mean?
He's not exactly singing your praises, that's for sure.
Still, we cannot discount this information solely on account of its lawyerly source. Your benevolence, perhaps you must listen more carefully to the abbot's maidama. Listen more carefully? What's he talking about?
Yes, it would appear so. I I shall try to refine the sensation.
Refine the sensation?
I can more accurately gauge sensations by deepening my communication with a Maidama.
I didn't know you could do that. Why have we never done this before? By refining a sensation, a clearer picture of the truth can be discovered.
Oh, blessed Maitama. I beseech you, hear me now and respond to my call.
Okay. Bells! Footsteps changed into bells? What could this mean? That means it was definitely the victim that was walking, because he's got those bells on his feet. I knew it. I knew that would be relevant. Bells? But the only bells at the scene of the crime were... that jingling must have come from Abbott and me's bells. I already figured that out. Do we have evidence? Because we already knew this, but... Do we have, like, a specific piece of evidence? You mean those big things he had on his ankles? Well, there you have it. The sound of bells was from the high priest's own footsteps. Okay, we don't have to prove it. They're not stupid. They're not stupid. At least they're acknowledging that, okay, yeah, the high priest moved. Alright.
Then, that means...
If the footsteps belonged to the victim himself, it means it was the victim who was moving, not the accused. The victim was the one who went running toward the broken lantern from the spring. A far cry from what her benevolence's insight would have us believe. Okay. But why would the victim have approached the accused? Maybe he was trying to defend himself? Please explain. He could have felt threatened by Lady Kira standing there with a dagger. If so, he might have thought to overpower her before she attacked.
Still your voices. This is nothing but a theory, and a poor one at that. Be not led astray by this lawyer's obvious postulation.
Objection.
While his insolence is inexcusable, I would ask that you calm yourself, your benevolence. Oh, damn.
Is there something you would care to say, Prosecutor Sadmati?
Even if it was Abbott in me who moved, it does not negate the accused's crime. What do you mean? She still stabbed him. The accused was likely waiting for the high priest to approach. And as he neared, she plunged the dagger into him. It is as simple as that. Right, it really doesn't change much, does it?
Yes, it is as the prosecutor has said. In fact, it is as I meant to... In fact, it is as I meant to say all along as well.
Right, and that's why you're so shocked when you first heard it.
Understand now, lawyer? That contradiction you conjured up has come to naught. Once I hone my insights, it will vanish like the dying rays of the sun.
Insight revised. The victim commenced he rushed the accused and tried to fight her off by the broken lantern. Okay.
See, the fact that it was Abbott in me who moved changes nothing.
Come on, Phoenix. You gotta keep your cool. That contradiction I pointed out must mean something. That one sensation changed after Princess Rafa refined her vision. It stands to reason that something else might have changed too because of the refinement. I should focus on any sensations that have changed. while searching for more contradictions between them and her insights. Victim commenced the purification rite by bowing to the lanterns and reading a sutra. It's not broken yet, is it? As the first part, the transformation rite ended, he lowered the sutra. Suddenly, he rushed the accused and tried to fight her off by the broken lantern. It's not broken. Oh, wait. We got water. So they're at the spring. Okay. I think I got it.
Objection!
Hold it. How do we know the purification rite was performed exactly as it's supposed to be?
That's easy. The customs governing the rite are very clear, and Abbot in me would have adhered to them.
Well, that's strange. Mr. Wright, would you care to explain just what is so strange? Yes, I would ask you to consider the sound of the victim's footsteps. The sound of bells changes to the sound of water at one point.
What's this?
It's simple. The victim must have stepped in some water. Oh. Yeah. And the only source of water in the inner sanctum is the spring. And therein lies the contradiction.
What contradiction?
I believe the rite started out as it should have. The victim stood with his back to the spring, and the accused stood right in front of him. But we know now that the victim then moved into the spring. Polkanka! That is absurd! This means the accused's location differs from what her benevolence's insight indicates. Okay, I'm guessing the fact that it's the lantern. Okay, here's my theory. The lantern's not broken on the right. They show that very clearly. I'm guessing what happens is when he has the sutra, he's like walking around in like a kind of like a semicircle kind of thing, and he ends up with his back turned to the knocked out Maya, and then the Lady Kira maybe drops down from the mountain or something. That's why he kept looking up. Interesting. Those are my theories, though. Then, where do you propose the accused stood when she donned Lady Kira's robes? Based on the sound of the victim's footsteps, I believe Maya was standing here. No, don't say Maya, because we're assuming it's not Maya. You mean the murderer.
Take that!
Until this moment, we've all just assumed that Abbot Inmi and Miss Faye were standing where they were supposed to be, as shown in this rights guide. In short, the victim should have been standing with his back to the spring and the accused in front. However, if that is how they were really standing, he could have stepped into the spring as he approached her. The problem is, the victim did step into the spring. This can only mean that Miss Faye had actually been standing in the water. But if this is true, then their positions would have been completely reversed. What is going on here, Miss Faye? Were you really standing in the spring?
I'm sorry, but I barely remember anything about the rite.
The High Priest would never make such an obvious blunder during a rite.
What on earth? Is that even possible? Be that as it may, this does not overturn my insights.
It doesn't?
Let us say the accused was standing in the spring. So what?
So what? This completely reverses their positions is what?
That their positions differed from what is customary is rather curious. However, what does that change?
It certainly does not erase the accused's brutal crime. I guess you have a point there.
You lawyers are an absurd breed. Never thinking ahead, you cling to the first insignificant contradiction you can muster. Sounds like Princess Rafa has a pretty good grasp on what lawyers are all about.
Oh, Maya, where would I be without your brutally frank commentary right now? Is this contradiction really meaningless? No, it's not. But something really doesn't feel right. Did I take a wrong turn somewhere?
I will now amend my insight to account for this new truth.
Okay. The victim... he rushed the accused and tried to fight her off by the poolside lantern. Okay. His vision dimmed till finally he passed from our world. Okay.
Now the contradiction is no more. But the truth of the matter still stands, no matter how stubbornly you deny it.
What do you have to say for yourself now, Mr. Wright?
Nick!
Your Majesty, this lawyer may have raised a trivial objection, but her benevolence's insights have no further inadequacies of any kind. Yes, so it would seem.
Hold on.
Wait a second, but there is another contradiction. Still you flounder about, wretched beast. Though you rack that putrid brain of yours, nothing worthwhile will come of it. Maya, please tell me you remember something that might help us out here.
Sorry, I really don't remember a thing. But now that the place I was standing in has changed, who knows? That alone may cause a new discrepancy with Princess Rafa's insights.
That's right. We now know that Maya was standing in the spring. A major change like that could very well produce a contradiction. I should take another look at the inner sanctum diagram in the court record. Okay. Got it. I got it confined to memory. And confirm where Maya and Abbott and me were standing. And then focus on finding any discrepancies between their positions and the insights. Now you're just like, I'm never wrong. Maya got stabbed. She has a stab wound somewhere, but she doesn't realize it for some reason. The blood is very curious. Maya, I think your wound is under your mask. What? Nick, what? You're the real killer, Maya. And then focus on finding any discrepancies between their positions and the insights. The victim commenced the purification rite by bowing to the lanterns and reading a sutra. As the first part of the transformation rite ended, he lowered the sutra suddenly. He rushed the accused and tried to fight her off by the springside lantern. Usually it's this third statement that... I want to look at that lantern. The flame, okay. Somebody said something about wind guards, but the flame is going So that means this is the broken lantern? Huh. So bro spun around. I don't know. Maybe. This is a lot of like placement stuff. Okay. So yeah, that's... So that is the broken lantern?
Objection!
Oh, sorry. I clicked the wrong thing.
Inconsistent? I think not.
Exactly! That's where the inconsistency lies. No, I believe it is in the defense's thought process that the inconsistency lies. Yeah, I clicked the wrong thing. I meant to click the lantern. I guess there wasn't an inconsistency there after all. Yeah. I find the whole thing of him holding the paper very curious. Yeah. Sight. That's what I meant. Your benevolence. I found a new contradiction. God damn it. Always finding contradictions. You never shut up. You did?
No doubt it is but another of your vile attempts to slander my insights.
Nope. Take a good look at what the victim saw. It just might change your mind. The lantern flame behind the accused was flickering.
There is nothing unusual about that, especially as the wind had stirred.
No, that's where you're wrong. If the accused had been standing in the spring, then what you see here should be one of the lanterns flanking the statue. So we're just, literally all Phoenix is proving is just swapping the killer and the victim back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. It's like, no, she was actually standing here. No, she was actually standing in the spring. Just kidding, you were right. She was standing there, like, bro. Then what you see here should be one of the lanterns flanking the statue.
I fail to see your point.
My point is, something is wrong here. The two lanterns flanking the statue were both outfitted with glass wind guards. So neither lantern's flame should have been flickering in the wind in the first place.
She seems pretty tickled, Nick.
No, she's in tickle hell. Not tickle hell. Maya, that's where Nayuta's sending you. I wonder if somebody else had died at the scene and saw the blood, so this guy's death and Maya getting framed as a cover-up. Damn. I don't remember saying anything funny.
I fail to see what you wish to prove here, but very well. I shall refine the vision and reveal the truth for all to see.
Is she gonna make it clearer?
Oh, blessed Maitama, I beseech you, fix your sight upon the lantern there.
There's no way all the blood came from the victim, especially when Maya saw before the murder. Yeah. Huh? That lantern doesn't have a wind guard on it.
And rightly so. For the wind guard was removed to reveal the sacred flame within for the rite of fire.
Okay, there it is. They did the rites out of order. Do we have a thing that tells us the order of the rites? 3-part ceremony. It begins with transformation. Yep. He reads the scriptures while the priest is on the road. Yep. So it begins with transformation. But they did the rites of fire before they did the transformation. Which means that they had already done the transformation rite. Rite of water, in which the priest enters the spring, dressed as Lady Kira. And the high priest purifies both Lady Kira and her dagger. Ceremony ends with the rites of fire, in which the priestess circles the sacred flames to purify her soul. Yep. Okay. I think they might actually be right in saying it's not the famous assassin in the robes. I'm wondering if the assassin was killed and the killer then dressed up as the assassin. Interesting. Then the two devote themselves to prayer until the rite comes to a close 2 days later at noontime. So basically the whole thing's a fancy way for Lady Kira to take a bath once a year. Must be nice for her, haha. Okay, so they I doubt they did the purification rite out of order. I'm guessing they already did it. And now we're in the rites of fire. That's what's gonna change. That's what happens in the Steel Samurai case, too.
Therefore, there is nothing odd about the flame flickering.
Say what? But when we searched the crime scene, those lanterns had their wind guards on. That's because the police put them back on. The sacred flames have burned uninterrupted for hundreds of years, Defense. We cannot risk them being extinguished, even during an investigation. That would never fly back home.
Well, Barbed Head, are you done quibbling? If so, then it is time to bow down before this testimony of the Maitama.
Nick. Don't worry, Maya. I'm just getting started. Alright, let's go over everything we know so far. Maya was wearing Lady Kira's robes and standing in the spring. The High Priest is thought to have been moving toward her. So I should look for sensations that stand in contradiction to this arrangement. Okay. I won't give up. I'm going to find a contradiction that will undermine the accusation against Maya. Okay. Well, we see the lantern's clearer now. Ah! He does spin around! I knew it! I knew he was spinning! That's the broken lantern! I got you.
Objection!
Oh, I forgot to take the statement. Sorry. I forgot. Sorry. Man, this is the most I've failed in a while. I forgot to change the statement. I was too busy getting excited that it was a broken lantern. Yeah. I think it's the third one? Yeah, Springside Lantern. Okay. And there we go. Okay. Listen, I'm still learning this mechanic. We're gonna save right here so that doesn't happen again. What could this possibly mean? That lantern clearly contradicts the insight. But this contradiction will overturn the entire case I've been building, will it? Are you alright, Mr. Wright? 1 minute you shout out, and in the next you fall silent. He just spins around. He circles.
Perhaps it is like the bellow of one who is barreling down a hill with no way of stopping. Is that not right, Prosecutor Sadmati?
Don't get cold feet now, Phoenix. Even if this overturns the entire case you've built so far, the only way is to keep moving forward, because that's where we'll find the truth. Sorry, but I'm not barreling down a hill. In fact, I'm in full control of everything with the indisputable contradiction I found.
Is that so?
The lantern behind the accused clearly, no, blatantly contradicts your insight.
Does it now?
One of the lanterns on the entrance side of the inner sanctum was broken. And if you watch what Abbott Inmee saw in his final moments... Oh, wait. Okay. So, he's looking at it from the right, which means he was standing in the spring. And then he circles around, so she's standing in the spring? They do like a whoop, a whoop. Okay. Yes. If you watch what Abbott Inmee saw in his final moments, you'll notice that the lantern behind the praying form of Miss Faye is broken. The lantern behind Lady Kira, however, is still intact. In short, we are seeing two different lanterns in this seance vision.
How could this be? And even if it were so, how would that contradict my insights?
Let me start by saying the claim I'm about to raise will overturn the case I've built thus far. Will the defense please explain himself? God damn it, he turned around again. Based on the broken lantern, we can tell... Maya navigating these positions, lantern positions. The lanterns aren't moving. We don't care about that. Where the accused and the victim were standing. But did you not just finish asserting that the accused was standing somewhere else? I did, and I built my argument on that faulty premise. But thankfully, it has led us here, to the actual spot where Maya Fey was standing. You get used to it after a while, pal. I must say, if the defense keeps changing its assertions in such a capricious manner, its credibility may come into question. I'm willing to take that risk, Your Majesty, because I believe this will be the last time. I'd like to start by pointing out the actual spot where the accused was standing. Very well. Show us where you now believe the accused was actually standing. Based on the location of the broken lantern, where was Maya really standing? She was standing here. But the murderer was standing in the spring. He turned... Oh, okay. Maya was here. He spins around, and the murderer's here in the spring. Got it.
Take that!
I figured it out. I wasn't thinking straight before. Oh, Phoenix. We know. We know, hun. I wasn't thinking straight before, but now it's all falling into place. We know the victim had stepped into the spring. That means Maya Fey had to have been standing in the water as he approached. However, his memory has only now become clear, which has now only become clear reveals that Miss Fey was standing by the side of the broken lantern. In other words, she was standing where she was supposed to be according to custom.
Does that not bring us back to the very beginning?
I'm not done. No, this is where things take a different turn, and I mean that literally. He spun around! The victim had to have been moving toward the spring. That means that while he was moving, he had his back turned toward the accused.
What's this? Do you mean to say the victim turned around during the rite? But such an image appears nowhere in the seance vision.
It does when he has the suture up. Actually, it does appear. Just that no one noticed until now. No one noticed? How could no one have noticed something so big? There was a moment when the scripture the victim was holding was all we could see. Thanks to that, none of us could tell that he was, in fact, turning around in that moment.
Objection.
If it is as the defense asserts, then her benevolence's insights no longer make sense. How do you intend to explain that?
Objection!
I don't need to explain anything because it's just as you said, Prosecutor Sadmati. Her benevolence's insights don't make any sense because they contain a huge error.
Such insolence!
A huge error, you say? Do explain. A huge error is the order of the rights. No, I'm guessing they did them in order. We're just the crime scene. No, the number of people there. Yes. I believe this is what happened at the scene of the crime. The victim was reading a sutra when suddenly he sensed someone behind him. He immediately looked back to see someone dressed as Lady Kira standing there. Wishing to see who it was, he approached the robed figure. That's when he was stabbed.
This cannot be.
Oh, but it can. And it is. The insight stating the accused stabbed the victim is wrong. And that is the real truth lying behind this testimony of the dead. Oh.
Pokanka!
Are you suggesting that there was someone else at the scene of the crime?
Have I misunderstood the voice of the Maidama yet again? But this cannot be!
Oh, there she goes. Whew, that was a close one. But I managed to divine the true meaning behind the seance vision somehow. I should add these new facts to the court record. Okay. Your benevolence, please allow me to take it from here. I will overturn the brash accusations of this faithless, putrid-minded lawyer.
Yes, I shall place my trust in you.
Are you sure about this, Prosecutor Sadmadi? My work as an international prosecutor has taken me to courtrooms around the world.
Wow, just like Miles Edgeworth.
And in that time, I have learned to perform last rites for souls in trials lacking a seance. Yes, of course. Forgive my ludicrous inquiry. Moreover, I have with me a forensic investigator from overseas. Emma! I will show you all the most magnificent last rites ever seen. Guess he really does think highly of Emma and her forensic expertise. Aw. I'm impressed that he's come to understand their value. Then again, he is an international prosecutor who solved tough cases around the world. Time to hunker down, huh? Now then, let us continue with today's proceedings. Could the defense please tell us who the third party dressed as Lady Kira was? Your new claim has negated the insights of the royal priestess. I feel bad for her. I'm guessing her parents have taught her that if she makes any mistakes, she's a failure. Yeah. Don't worry, Princess Rafa. Phoenix will save you, and he'll adopt you. So I trust you have some evidence to support it, correct? Yes, of course. This third party must have really wanted to kill the High Priest. I might be able to identify who it was if I had evidence of their murderous intent. Okay, so we got the warning. That's what the warning's for. Well, we're waiting, Mr. Wright. The evidence that can reveal the identity of the third party is this. Where is it? We got so much evidence.
Take that!
The Wright Adoption Agency. That's a good one. That's a good one. 3 days before the purification rite, the victim received a warning letter from an unidentified individual. He did? Whoever sent it clearly meant to threaten the High Priest. The letter said, "Do not perform the rite." But the rite went on as scheduled. I believe that is why the High Priest was murdered. Who do you suppose sent that letter? A person with something to hide. The rebel hunter disguised as Lady Kira herself. Peace? I don't understand. I had heard that Lady Kira I've heard that Lady Kira that has been in the news of late only hunted rebels. If so, why would she have killed the High Priest? Excellent question. Maybe it would help to think of it this way. What if the High Priest had secretly been a rebel? The High Priest? He couldn't possibly have been a rebel. The High Priest? A devout follower of Koreanism? A rebel? Do you even comprehend the blasphemy of which you speak? Well, do you? I too found it hard to believe at first. But as I continue my investigation, it started to become more and more plausible.
Objection.
The third party was the rebel hunting lady Kira, and the high priest was a rebel. Your mockery of Koreanism. No. Of the kingdom of Korean itself knows no bounds. Whoops.
That shameless Polkunkin lawyer. He's making a mockery of our religion.
As a faithful Koreanist, I take issue with these claims. And I am loath to admit them in today's proceedings. I don't like where this is going. The defense's claims are but vile blasphemy tantamount to spitting on the Holy Mother. Is it really that big of a deal, Maya?
Abedinmi was a distinguished monk and very well respected too, so yeah.
Ugh, please don't let this turn into an international incident. But fear not, good people of Korayan. The rantings of this putrid-brained lawyer who seeks to sully the soul of the deceased shall come to no avail once I conclude these last rites. The prosecution's assertion that the accused killed the victim remains unchanged. But the victim was stabbed in his abdomen. How is that possible when he had his back turned towards Miss Faye? Someone else must have killed him.
Objection.
Are you sure about that? She can teleport, everyone knows this. You may have invalidated the seance, but do not let it go to your putrid head. The karmic flow of this trial is, as yet, still in my hands. How can he be so confident? Something has occurred to me, you see. And your allegations of a third party are but a deluded fantasy. And I shall prove that by calling a new witness to the stand. This happened in the last... Oh my god, this happened in the last Korean trial. You're ridiculous, Phoenix. Everyone knows there is no third party. Now, let us call the third party to the stand. Like, are you kidding me? There was no third person there, except the third person that was there. I'm gonna lose it. There should have not been a witness. There really shouldn't have been a witness. There's no way. Only witness is the killer. And I shall prove that by calling a new witness to the stand. An eyewitness who will deliver a definitive answer that will dispel the defense's doubts. Oh my god. I'm going to lose it. An eyewitness? It was a closed ritual. Very well. Let us call this eyewitness to the stand. Like, are you kidding me? I can't take compliments in the worst possible way because whenever I have anything remotely nice to say about me, I immediately develop an insane ego. Oh, it's this guy. It's him again. Well now, he has to be the shakiest witness I have ever laid eyes upon. Please state your name and occupation. He's reliable. He was an amnesiac. Oh, I'm, you know, that so-and-so, whatchamacallit. I can see it. I can see it. Which makes him. That's why he's trying to remain anonymous, because he's the wanted. It'd be crazy if this guy, and this guy were all the same person. Oh, he's cool. That's stupid. Anonymous. TBD. At least that's what they've been calling me. TBD? As in to be determined? Can't you tell us your real name? The dentist said I had pretty good teeth and I've been hung up on it since. He's cool as hell. The witness has suffered a blow to the head, rendering him amnesiac. Therefore, so he's not reliable, is what you're saying. He's not a reliable witness. I named him Anonymous, TBD, in my report. But he thinks TBD is part of his name.
Objection!
You're letting an amnesiac testify? Thank you, Phoenix. Oh my god. Have no fear. I've already questioned him at length. While it is true he has utterly forgotten his name and past, his memory of what he witnessed is still very much intact. Wow! You know who this sounds like? So there was this case we did. In relation to the DL6 incident, we had a witness. His name was Caretaker. And guess what? His real name was Yanni Yogi, and he was the murderer. DL6? His memory of what he witnessed is still very much intact. I can't believe they're doing this again. Considering the dearth of information, any new knowledge may be of help. Therefore, I will permit his testimony. Now, Mr. Amos, please tell us what you saw. I can't wait for the Ace Attorney game where we get to play as Robert Hammond in the DL6 incident. We have to defend Yanni Yogi. We have to go get Gregory Edgeworth's testimony. We have to go up against Manfred von Karma. Can't wait for that game. The night of the murder. Ace Attorney DL7. That night, I was up at the top of Mount Pony Pony, the mountain next to the inner sanctum. I hate crowds, so I climbed up there to pray in peace. I know it's a no-no, but since there was no one around, I used my binoculars to spy on the right at the inner sanctum. Of course you did. That's when I saw the accused stab the high priest with a dagger. There's no way you saw Miss Faye stab the victim with a dagger. I swear I don't know what he's talking about. Or don't remember, at any rate. Mount Pony Pony? The beautiful mountain that is also known as the Little Sanctum? Silly man, she was like dressed up. They must have been talking about that smaller mountain from the poster.
Yep, hold on.
Mr. Amos, I was wondering. Yeah. What can I do you for? The inner sanctum lies at the high elevation where clouds and fog can obscure the view. Yeah, there's no way he saw it. Because of the ritual curtain. If he was looking from on down, with binoculars up, it's just all obscured by the ritual curtain. There is no way he could see from there. The inner sanctum lies at a high elevation where clouds and fogs can obscure the view. Are you sure you were able to see what happened from the mountaintop next to it? Good point. His Majesty raises an excellent question. Well, Mr. Amos? On the day of the rite, there wasn't a cloud in the sky. I had a perfect view. You dirty liar, man. If you don't believe me, check the weather forecast in the paper that day.
Nick, don't we have the newspaper for that day?
Yeah, let's take a look. The area around the inner sanctum will enjoy calm, clear skies today. The warmer temperature will make for an excellent prayer weather. Be warned, however, that we'll see a cold front move in overnight. Okay. It does say calm, clear skies, doesn't it? Can't believe we're gonna... Is that gonna be updated? See? Told you so! Okay, yep. So, the weather is gonna be important at some point. Well, it would appear the witness has offered testimony worth hearing. Mr. Emmis, I too have a question for you. Didn't he already question the witness? It's my turn. Well, that's what I'm here for, right? Shoot! How was the accused holding the dagger? She's still 17, Phoenix is still 25, Trucy hasn't been born, age isn't real. They're just babies! They're just babies! Was she holding it underhanded, its blade protruding from the bottom of her hand? Yep, I believe she was. It's called a reverse grip. Ah, I thought as much.
Hold it!
Hold it right there. What bearing does that have on this case? Cease your interruptions, you putrid-headed lawyer. Do you not see the significance in how the blade was held? Why don't you enlighten me, O enlightened one? Do I have to do everything around here? Sir, I knew you were a fool. I can already picture you in your next life. What am I? What am I? Apollo was a stink bug. What am I? Next life? Yes, after your soul rives for centuries in the pits of hell. You shall be reborn as a witless sea urchin, with barbs, limited to your posterior. Damn. Phoenix. You will rise from the ashes. You shall live a short, inconsequential life, only to be brutally devoured by a sea otter. Damn! That was a bit excessive. I simply asked what the dagger grip had to do with the case. Now, pay attention. How the accused held the dagger is of vital importance. With such information, we can infer exactly what action she took. You were saying that the victim was killed while he had his back to the accused? Is that correct? Yes. As such, the accused's dagger grip tells us something very important. The accused approached the victim from behind, swung her arms around him, and plunged the dagger deep into his abdomen using a reverse grip. Okay, then what was the third Lady Kira? Like, bro, what? What? Thus, Mr. Emmis's testimony clears up any doubts that might remain. And it coincides with her benevolence's insights as well. It does. Then what about the Lady Kira? Talking brain rot. What the Sigma? This is a disaster. I thought I'd blown those insights out of the water, but now they're back to haunt me. Now then, the defense may cross-examine the witness. Okay, well, we know he's a dirty liar, so. The night of the murder. The night was up at the top of Mount Pony Pony, the murder. Yeah. He cried, so I climbed up there to pray in peace. I know it's a no-no, but since there was no one around, I used my binoculars to spy on the right at the inner sanctum. Yeah. We know you did. No, you didn't.
Objection!
Your Majesty, I had my doubts about this bushy, bearded witness, but now I know we can't trust him. What? You ain't judging me solely on my bodacious beard, are ya? Not at all, Mr. Emmis. It's much more than your sketchy appearance. It's your sketchy testimony. His testimony, you say? Yes, recall how the inner sanctum was that day? Specifically that it was completely enclosed by the ritual curtain. Why, yes. I believe you're right. The curtain would have been completely blocked. Would have completely blocked the witness's view from Mount Pony Pony. Therefore, he couldn't possibly have seen the murder happen. Hoo-ha! You know, I hate to be a hater, but that's completely untrue, and I love to be a hater, so I totally clipped you saying, what the Sigma? Damn! What the Sigma? How could you do this, Matthew? What the heck? Mr. Immis, have you been knowingly making false statements to this court? You got me! The witness will lower his voice. I didn't actually see the accused herself. He didn't actually see the accused herself. What's that supposed to mean? Let me set the record straight, I beg ya. The night of the murder amended. I saw their shadowy silhouettes projected against the ritual curtain. The figures were created by the light of the full moon on that clear and still night. She was just a shadow, but I could tell it was the accused reverse gripping that dagger. Shadows? That's what you saw? That's right. I could see what was going on by the shadows projected onto the ritual curtain. He's a liar. Phoo, death penalty, I say.
He's a dirty, dirty liar.
I would rather you offer up accurate testimony from the start. Forgive me, my main man, Mr. Magistrate. Chalk it up to my fuzzy memory. His pants have been on fire twice now. Though he saw but shadows, it is still valuable testimony. You have to be kidding me. What are we gonna do now, Nick? All I can think of is to look for inconsistencies between the actual Wright and what Mr. Immis says he saw. Now then, the defense may cross-examine the witness once more. Does this mean he's dead? Yes. Okay, I think I know. Shadowy silhouettes projected against the ritual curtain. The figures were created by the light of the full moon on that clear and still night. Okay.
Objection!
No, it wasn't. You saw silhouettes projected by the moonlight? Sorry, but that's just not possible. Well, what do you mean? How is it not possible? That it was totally possible. That's impossible. I think I'm gonna need a logicalize translation on that. Let's take a look at this Wright's guide, shall we, Mr. Immis? The Wright is held when the moon is directly over the summit of Mount Pony Pony. Doo-doo-doo. Damn. So, if the moon was shining from the west, any shadows would have been cast eastward. But Mr. Immis was standing to the west of the inner sanctum on Mount Pony Pony. Can I ban him now? No, no, no. Oh, Holy Mother! Not me. That's right. Our witness here couldn't have seen any shadowy figures on that curtain. Well, it was me, but... No way! Oh, jeez. Perhaps it was the sacred flames of the lanterns that cast the shadows he saw? I'm afraid not. I inspected them during my investigation, but the flames were too small to cast the crisp, distinct figures Mr. Emmis claims to have seen. But I did see those silhouettes, really.
But how could he, Nick?
Maybe he was someplace where they were visible? Wait, don't tell me. Your Majesty, if Mr. Emmis really did see those shadows, it brings a brand new fact to light. And that would be... The brand new fact that comes to light if Mr. Emmis really did see those shadows is... he was somewhere else. He wasn't where he claimed to be at the time of the murder. He's literally me. Is that rain being picked up? It's so loud. Oh, then where do you propose the witness was? Someplace where he could have seen the shadow figures, naturally.
Wait, you mean...
None of these mountains east of the inner sanctum are close enough for a good view. That leaves only one place he could have clearly seen the shadows from. Bro, I thought that was outside mine. It's loud. And where might that be? This is where Mr. Emmis was at the time of the murder. The high priest's home, the plaza devotion. No, he wasn't there because he couldn't see. Wasn't there because he couldn't see. I guess the inner sanctum. Mr. Emmis was at the inner sanctum, just outside the curtain on the east side. It's the only place from which he could have seen the shadowy figures. Oh, hoo-ha! What? Really? Wow, I didn't even think of that. But wasn't the inner sanctum off limits to all but the victim and the accused? And the third party who was there, you mean? I get the feeling that's a subject Prosecutor Sadmati would rather not touch right now. Ah, you mean... Oh no! Oh no, Matt! No, go clean out your eye! No! It's my fault, but still. Oh no. That's right. This witness was at the scene of the crime. Which means he is the mysterious third party we saw during the divination seance. He could be the one who dressed as Lady Kira and killed the High Priest. Googa! What?
Objection.
No one but the two participants were allowed anywhere near the inner sanctum. And the only way up there are the stairs that start down at the Plaza of Devotion. I'm hearing thunder. I'm saving again. So tell me, how do you propose the witness entered that sacred space? Oh, he must have, I haven't thought that far ahead. The sanctum has sheer cliffs on three sides and a steep towering rock face on the other. No one could have made it there by climbing the faces of those cliffs. His Majesty speaks true. To say Mr. Emmis was at an inaccessible location is but a bid to tarnish his credibility. Is that not right? Right. I wasn't at the inner sanctum. No sir, no how. At least, I'm pretty sure I wasn't. Then, what about those silhouettes you claim to have seen? I'm starting to think I've been imagining things. What? This is insane.
I knew we couldn't trust that lawyer. He's trying to frame the witness.
Welcome back. Peace. Peace, I say. This is impossible. Plus I can show how he got to the inner sanctum. Just looks like I'm trying to slander Mr. Immis. What happened? With everyone's against us again.
I believe in you, Nick. Rah, rah, sis boom ba. Fight, fight, Phoenix Wright. Just look at the accused. Has she no shame? What's your problem, lady? Phoenix Wright is very trustworthy, I'll have you know. She's got some nerve for a criminal. I bet that lawyer poisoned her mind.
Please, Maya, you're only making it worse. Maya's gonna fight the gallery. I appreciate the vote of confidence, but it's probably best to keep it to yourself for now. I would advise the defense to think carefully before making any more sudden outbursts. Maya Fey cheerleader truther. Yes, your majesty. If I wasn't the bad guy here before, I definitely am now. Now, Mr. Immis, I would like you to think back carefully before you testify next about where you were that night. I wasn't at the inner sanctum. I was never at the inner sanctum, I tell ya. That much I'm sure of, even with the fuzzy memory. Besides, it would have been impossible to get there in the first place. Boy, you lawyers sure are scary. I guess it might have been impossible for him to get to the inner sanctum like he claims, but... No. Will you desist in trying to frame this innocent witness?
Yeah, I'd like to see how you explain how he got up there.
Oh my god. My favorite recording, that is. Mr. Wright, is it not time to end these cross-examinations? Did he come from above? Did he fly in on a parachute? Is that a parachute? Did he jump in with a parachute? Mr. Wright, is it not time to end these cross-examinations? It's obviously a parachute. A moment of desperation leads to 100 million years of torment. It means that for each moment a sinner spends struggling to deny their sins, 100 million years of torment are added to their time in hell. It has been since we first saw it, guys. Did you not pick up on that? Koreanism is the strictest religion ever. And just so you know, you've already accrued 200 million extra years. Plus the 5 they started with, that's 700 million years. Sure, what's another 200 million years, give or take? Well, it's a big deal to me.
Okay, I found this on the web for what's another 200 million years or like a big deal.
Siri, no! Siri, no! Why did she activate? What triggered her? Oh, crap.
Sorry, I don't understand.
I'm not talking to you! I can't keep saying that the witness was there at the inner sanctum if I can't prove it. The problem is, how am I gonna do that? Order 10 pepperoni pizzas from Domino's. Oh no! Was never at the inner sanctum, I tell you. That much I'm sure of, even with a fuzzy memory. Besides, it would have been impossible to get there in the first place. I wonder if it really was impossible for you to get to the inner sanctum. If you have something to say, just say it. Couldn't there have been another way to get there? A way that wouldn't attract attention? No, there isn't. Which means there is. Perhaps the defense would share its theory with us? I don't even have a wild guess, let alone a theory, though. Time to reach into my bag of bluffs. To reach the inner sanctum without attracting any attention, he climbed up the cliff, he came from the plaza, he fell from the sky. Yeah, sure. Siri, match my freak. Maybe you fell from the sky? The lawyer thinks he's a comedian now. I was wondering what crazy theory you would propose next. Well, defense, let's hear it. Mr. Amos could have, parachuted down. We already know the weather was clear and there was no wind to speak of. Perfect weather for skydiving, I'd say. You are an imbecile. Burn in hell for 3 million years. Now that you have been backed into a corner, your delusions grow even more delusional. The inner sanctum is on a tiny ledge upon a sheer cliff over 2,000 meters tall. One misstep, and a skydiver would soon find himself in the twilight realm. I'm gonna learn how to backflip so I can actually backflip when I do stuff like that. Oh my gosh. Yeah, I don't care how still the wind was. Even I couldn't have made that jump. Wait, what's this building on the top of the sacred mountain? It's the prison! Phoenix, you know that's the prison. We already established this. That is the Royal Penitentiary number 4. Alright. Princess Raifa mentioned there was a prison up there. How do you get your prisoners up there anyway? By helicopter. But only with authorization from the minister. Did you hear that? I just died! I just got struck by lightning! My whole room just flashed! That was scary. By helicopter, but only with authorization from the Minister of Justice. He is the only one. Stay safe, please. I think I'm gonna get struck by lightning, gamers. It's the end. Now you're just sending me to hell. For 3 million years. If you stop streaming, I'll die. No. He's the only one who can approve flights that pass over the inner sanctum. Okay. A poster photograph. Might I also add defense? That no parachute or any other equipment necessary for skydiving have been found. Are you saying I flew down there by flapping my arms? I may be an incredible dude, but even I'm not capable of that. Well, please add that statement to your testimony, Mr. Amos. Dannykins. It's not like I can fly through the air either. We already said parachute.
Objection!
Mr. Amos is right. He couldn't have skydived down there without any gear. He's real life. Yeah. Well, now, finally come around, have you? Now you see that I couldn't have possibly been there at the inner sanctum. Right. If you didn't have any gear, that is. Are you safe? I'm fine. I'm fine. It's just a big old storm. What on earth are you talking about? That overreaction is a dead giveaway that I'm on the right track. Take a look at this piece of evidence. Those are prayer flags, are they not? Yes, but they have been sewn together. Do you have a dog? I do. To create one big banner, a banner that could also function like a parachute. Kunka. The people of Karayan are so used to seeing prayer flags, and they want to watch out for the dog. He's alright. He's chill with storms. Ruining the listening experience. Surprisingly, he's chill with storms. But if you knock anywhere, that's what sets him off. And he's part Chihuahua, so it's very loud. The people of Karayan are so used to seeing prayer flags that the police didn't even think twice about these flags during their investigation. Yeah. No, this cannot be. Oh my god. No! The witness landed at the inner sanctum by using these prayer flags as a parachute. Is that not right, Mr. Immis? There's no way out. I'm surrounded. Mr. Immis? Oh, this talk's jogged my memory. I guess I was there at the inner sanctum after all. As I suspected, there were 3 people there that night.
You did it, Nick. You're the best.
Damn.
You did it, Nick. You weren't wrong after all.
Thanks? Phoenix just successfully proved that the witness was there to be a witness. Let's go. Mr. Immis, you were the one disguised as Lady Kira that night, weren't you? What? No way, no how. Okay, we found the murderer. It's like this. Oh yeah. I was only there at the inner sanctum by accident. By accident? Exactly. And that thing's not a parachute, it's a homemade paraglider. A paraglider? Are you telling me you could fly using that patchwork mess of material? Wait, how many days has it been in game? Am I like high? Am I smoking or something? God. I don't know. I don't know how many. It may not look like much, but it's as sturdy as it can be. This is... Are you sure your windows are closed? Yes! Want me to open the window? Hear that? Do you hear that? Don't drown. You boy. I rode the wind like an eagle going higher and higher from my earthly launching point. I'm going to drown. I'm going to burn. No. One sec. Why would you burn? In the fiery pits of hell, that's where Nayuta's sending me. He said so. The rain isn't cold, it's boiling hot. Well then. Well. It's acid rain. No. I'm gonna send you all off so I can go burn in the acid rain. Ah! What the hell? Oh, my sister. That's on my Spotify. There we go. That American environment and all. Yeah, it happens. Well, I'm gonna send you all off. Thank you guys for joining me. We're gonna finish up this court case probably tomorrow, maybe, possibly. Rest in peace, Matthew. No complaints about it this time because you might die if you continue. Congrats on getting this. Wait, no, I'm gonna die. Oh no, a life for a life. A life for a life. No. I'm so young. Rest in peace, Matthew. Rest in peace. I'll see y'all later. Except for Matt, because he's dying. Bye, gamer. Bye, guys. See y'all later. Bye. Women around the world are crying. What will eating miny do without you, man? What will eeny miny do without you? And some. Bye, guys.